Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jelita, Cika, Amaybela, NIM A3201992. In this video, I want to tell you about a video of a final exam of ESP, and the question number one is one. Explain what is the importance of ESP in workplace. My answer is there are two main reasons for us to study English for special needs or ESP. If we want to learn English that can support our work, and the first one is we can improve our abilities since now many people have basic proficiency in English. We have to find way to improve our ability to be better than other people. If we learn ESP, then it will be a plus for us, plus value for us. Not everyone has the opportunity to learn it, so we must take the opportunity. I'm sorry. ESP can cover a wide range of sectors. As we know, ESP can be adapted to our needs. We just have to make sure of our learning goals. For example, if we work in the banking sector, then we should choose English specifically for the banking and finance field. And the second reason is we don't have to waste time. The advantage for us in learning ESP is that we can save more time. We can immediately focus on what we want to learn. Usually, before we start studying ESP, we'll be asked what the focus of our learning is, so that the English language course institution can offer the most appropriate program for us. As we know that to learn ESP, we should join an English course institution. If we can learn the appropriate material, the teacher will support and accompany us during the learning process, and we can practice regularly. Until then, we can use ESP in our work. Okay, that's my answer. And the question number two is, what is the main purpose of ESP material? In order to assist and guide ESP teacher in producing adequate material, have identify some defining principle that should be stated as purposeful objective in designing pedagogical materials. The first one is good material gives stimulus to learning. Adequate material provide a comprehensible and rational unit structure, which will conduct both the teacher and the learner through a range of activities in such a way as to maximize the change of learning. Material should represent a vision of the nature of language and learning. Material should reveal the nature of learning task. Material should introduce the teacher to the use of new and updated teaching technique. And the last one, a material should supply appropriate and correct representation of language use. Question number three is, elaborate why need analysis is important in ESP. My answer is, need analysis in an information gathering process. Need analysis is considered as a basic principle of ESP. Beth Robinson 1991, and most the information on needs analysis initially came from ESP. This is probably due to the fact that an need analysis approach is more useful when learners' needs are linked to a discrete set of communicative situations. All this use of need analysis refer to the fact that need analysis can be used for a range of purpose. It can be helpful in determining whether a program should be implemented by finding out if it met the goals and objectives of the learners for learning a language, and at the same time use as part of program can help in improve various components and the program and making this more oriented to the needs of the learners. Okay, number 4. Explain the roles of teacher in ESP. Okay. In teaching ESP, there are 5 roles of teacher. Number 1 is as a teacher means that the teacher only acts as an ordinary English teacher. Number 2, as a collaborator, it means that ESP teacher must work together with experts in developing teacher and learning activities. Number 3 is as a material compiler. This means that an ESP teacher must provide material that cover a wide range of areas, and strategies of different disciplines are identical. Number 4, as a research. Many ESP teachers are sometimes confused about choosing materials that are suitable for teaching and learning activities. Therefore, the ESP teacher as researchers is very important, with a result that lead directly to the right material for teaching and learning activities. And the last one, as an evaluator. This means that an ESP teacher must evaluate student achievement by assigning assignment to them. Okay. The question number 5. Write 4 different characteristics between EOP and EAP. Okay. The difference between EAP and EOP, however, course in English for occupational purpose or EOP train individuals to perform on the job using English to communicate. This type of course will be useful for the training of lawyers for intense and administrative shift aiming at reaching a proficiency level. On the other hand, English for academic purpose (EAP) is applied for common core elements, also known as study skills. They basically consist of reading academic texts, taking notes and observation, listening to formal academic discourse, and making presentation. That's my answer. And the last question, why this camera is falling down? And the last question is, elaborate what do you know about necessities, lacks, and wants in ESP? The reason number 1 is no, not the reason. Necessities. First, necessities. Necessities are the academic or occupational requirement of the target situation, that is, what the learner has to know in order to function effectively in the target situation. Accordingly, needs are perhaps more appropriately described as objective. And the lacks. Lacks are what the learners are deficient in, what they ignore or cannot perform in English. Subsequently, lacks are the gaps between the initial or actual situation of the learners in terms of language proficiency or aptitude, and the one which is required after the accomplishment of the language training. And the last one is want. Wants are the learner's personal expectation and hopes towards acquiring English, like what they would like to gain from the language course. I think that's enough for me. I'm sorry if my grammar is so bad and the way I speak it's so messy. I'm still learning. I'm sorry Pak Fitri, and thank you so much for watching my video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.